Today's video is dedicated to those people that still believe in the magic, mystery, and the spontaneous nature of the universe. People that believe that life doesn't have to be boring and there is more than meets the eye in this world, in this universe, in this reality. Today we're talking about something that's quite unique. It's a new way of thinking that you probably haven't heard of before, and it's the eye manifestation technique. And the eye represents the lens, the way you see life through. And it'll all start to make sense very soon. Just give me a few minutes and I've got to break down a few misconceptions, a few beliefs that are hindering you accessing this technique to the fullest potential. So let's get into it. Now, to those people that have been studying spirituality, philosophy, you might be familiar with this idea, and it's the idea that you are a part of the infinite, you are a part of God, therefore you are a fractal of God, therefore you can tap into infinity. But this idea is easily conceptualized logically. I can break it down logically. So, quantum entanglements. This is the idea that kind of puts this all into place. Quantum entanglements suggest that a particle can exist at many different places at the same time. So all of this is one. All of these little particles exist in one place and in other places at the same time. And it is quite mind-boggling, this idea. But this relates to you exist in infinite parallel universes. All at the same time. And this idea is kind of like the idea that you are God. You are God simply means that you are connected to the infinite possibilities of this universe. You can access it because you are a part of the universe. You are a fractal of the grand. But a fraction of infinity is still infinity. Therefore, there is infinity within you. And me, we're all infinite. Okay, so this concept has been broken down. Let's go on to the next. One more concept to break down, and then I'll start giving you man some sauce. But if you accept this idea, that you are a part of this infinite, then there are infinite possibilities for your future and for your past. So you'll notice you've probably hit certain situations where you could have taken two different paths. You could have went out with that girl, or you could have just not went out with that girl. You could have accepted that job, not accepted that job. You could have chased that job and not chased that job. There are infinite possibilities, and in your day-to-day you are faced with countless chances to pick this path or that path. But you actually did pick the path that you were doubting that you didn't pick in this parallel universe. So for instance, let's say 10 years ago you had an opportunity to meet the love of your life. You did actually meet the love of your life, and you guys did get back together, and you can tap into that self that did do that through your mind, through visualization. And you can attract those realities into your reality now. Like, the way we view life, we only see a fraction of what actually is. Our conception of reality is skewed because we only see a small fraction of it. And people put so much weight on what is, depending on what they see in this material world. So the second concept that you have to kind of fathom and embrace is that it's simply the life that you're living right now is simply the life that you've settled for. You thought that there were no possibilities of being someone else, of attracting different things into your life. So you've settled for the life that you're in currently. But you have access to infinite futures based on who you can be. It all starts with you, with the frequency that you're emitting into the universe. And that frequency comes back after a small buffer of time, and then your reality can be whatever you emit out, but it all starts from within. So reality is an illusion because the more that you give it power, the less you are in control. And if you're not and to those people who are being impatient and want to know the manifestation technique before I break down these misconceptions, just pause, give me a minute. You have to conceptualize these ideas before you can actually embrace this new way of thinking fully and put it applicably into your life, like actually use this idea for it to benefit you, rather than this video just being another video that you watch and you take nothing out of it. So the three-dimensional reality that you see right now, this material world, the things that I touch, the things that I feel, it's an illusion. It's simply the same energy that you're made up out of, but in a different form, a different frequency. You can conceptualize it kind of like water. Water, steam and ice are all the same energy, they're the same thing in different forms. And that's the way you should conceptualize everything. You are the same as everything else, just in different forms. And that's how you unlock control over all of the things that are around you. And you start being a universe rather than a human. Next thing that I need to break down for you to actually take this in with an open mind is that you have to start taking full responsibility for the life that you're in currently. If you are living a life, you know. If you are living a poo-poo life because of Bob, because you're short, because of what? because of whatever, then that is true to you. And this sentence here shows that through your beliefs, you construct your reality. So if I believe that I am in the circumstance that I'm in right now because of someone that is not me, because of that person, because of this condition, because of all of these different things, then I am not taking responsibility for the power that I do actually have within me. And that all stems from my beliefs. So beliefs. Your beliefs are the locks that are hindering you from accessing the infinite power, resources, and potential within. So if I believe that the poor people stay poor, and if I believe that you can't become rich if you don't have money, and if I believe that how can I make money when I haven't had this certain upbringing, those beliefs are all facts in your reality because you make it facts in your reality. And being fluid with your beliefs is actually you need this to happen for you to unlock power that's from within, that you haven't had access to in your previous life. So if your beliefs have placed locks on you, on your power, on your potential, then you have to diagnose what beliefs are stopping you from accessing the things that you desire and the things that you want to bring into your life. I'll give you a quick example of that too. If I believe I don't deserve abundance in relationships, resources, and in health, then I definitely do not deserve these things. But it's through my belief that happens. You are a lot more powerful than you think. And for you to unlock your power, there's a few secret tips and tricks that I can give you, so you don't have to manually change your beliefs, manually change your thoughts, manually change your emotions, manually change all these aspects of your mind that are hindering you or that are accessing you to the life that you're in right now. So if you're living an amazing life and you've been able to manifest everything that you want to manifest into your life, you wouldn't be in this video. So the man that has been limited by his mind, this is for you. There's a secret trick to control your mind, to control your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, your convictions, because all of these things control your frequency, your energy, and of course, like energy attracts like energy. So if you want to live a better life, you must be a better self to deserve a better life. I kind of gave you a clue there of what I'm going to be talking about next, so drop down in the comments on what you think I'm going to be talking about before I start talking. So the way you see life is the technique applied. It's quite simple. It's your identity. It's the I in the am. The I am is how you change your mental, spiritual realm to be aligned with what you want to bring into your physical realm. Because as within, so without. And let me prove this to you. I want to prove this to you so you can use logic in your mind to justify why you should think this way and believe these things that I'm talking to you about. So the way you see life is the technique. The I am is how you change your mental, spiritual realm to be aligned with your physical. So internal change, external change. Why does change in my internal state? Why does change in my internal state change my physical realm? I'll try to break this down scientifically. So, in the science community, the community of psychologists and the people that try to prove that your mind is actually more powerful than the layman thinks, they've proved that your thoughts, your convictions, your conclusions, and your emotions, they control the frequency that you emit into the universe. And by you changing some of these aspects, so let's drop them down so they're nice and clear. Convictions. Let's give them a different colour. So your thoughts and ideas, convictions, conclusions, and emotion create a frequency. So we'll just put a number to 369 hertz. Yeah, magic numbers in that. By changing your thoughts or your ideas, you change your frequency. So it might go down to like 336 or so. If you change your thoughts, and then it might go down to like 969. If you change your conclusions and your convictions and all of this. But this is simply a way for you to conceptualize the idea that your mind creates frequency. And everything in this universe is made up of energy. And all energy vibrates. Therefore, everything has a frequency. So you can access your desired parallel universe by changing the frequency that you emit, which these are all the moving parts of your frequency. And I've made a lot of videos breaking these down more in more detail. But for now, we're just brushing over it. There is a trick, there is a secret. There is a really good way of controlling all of this without manually thinking, oh, do I believe I can make £3,000? Oh, do I have doubt that I can make that? Ah, is this idea good for me? Is this idea full of abundance? Is this idea full of lack? There's an easier way than manually trying to change all these things in your mind. And that's the I am. The identity. I that sees. You're putting on the magic goggles, you put on the magic goggles, and you see the universe in a completely different way that you have never been able to fathom in the past, simply because you have changed your identity. If you see yourself as an entrepreneur, let's say, for example, you'll start thinking more like an entrepreneur. You'll start to have ideas of an entrepreneur. You'd also start feeling like an entrepreneur. You'd start believing in ideas, convictions and conclusions about life that an entrepreneur would conclude on. Therefore, you'd emit the frequency of an entrepreneur. And now if you give time, you let time do its thing, you be good without it. Because you have to be good without it to not emit contradictory frequencies. Because let's say you change your identity and now you tell yourself, I am an entrepreneur. There's this thing called the buffer of time, which I've broken down in another video. But it just entails that it takes time for the universe to replicate the same frequency that you gave out. And that's actually a good thing, otherwise life would be so chaotic. All these impulsive thoughts that you'd be having, you wouldn't get a chance to neutralize them by not believing in them anymore. And this is what I mean by you have to be good without it. Because if, let's say, you start saying to yourself that, okay, I am an entrepreneur, but then you start looking at your physical dimension and you start to see that, oh, I don't make money like an entrepreneur. I don't have things that an entrepreneur has. That is a frequency that you've just sent out to the universe, and you've cancelled out the original frequency that you've sent out. So now you've nullified that frequency coming back to you. And that's why you got to be good without it. And that's why you got to see reality for what it actually is. An illusion, a game. Alright? And the I can be whatever you can make believable to yourself. If you believe that you can become a certain person, then identify as that person. And let's break it down even more, man. If you live as the I of your chosen parallel universe, now that could be whatever you want it to be, and I mean whatever you want it to be. All you must do now is hold conviction in the fact that you already made that change internally. Now you're just allowing for the buffer of time. And at the same time, be okay without it, so you don't send any contradictions out to the universe, thus you not being able to get it into your physical realm because you don't actually believe that internally. Everything that happens from now on is meant to be, is a part of the path of you getting into your parallel universe, your chosen physical realm. What I mean by that is, you will be faced by resistance, you'll be faced by things in your day-to-day life that'll make you believe that you are not the person that you've now made that change of. So like, I am an entrepreneur. You make that conviction, let's say, like, yeah man, I am an entrepreneur. I'm not letting the world say that I'm not. But then tomorrow you go out into your 9 to 5 and you start feeling like you're stuck, and you're not feeling like an entrepreneur. You feel like a 9 to 5 worker. Now that frequency is the frequency that's being emitted into the universe, and that's simple. So you cannot change your physical realm until you hold conviction in the fact that you've made that change internally. And you've got to be comfortable with the fact that it's not in your physical realm. So you don't send any contradictions out to the universe. So you can actually allow for the buffer of time naturally. And you'll start to notice growth naturally. It's quite simple, but the application of it can be quite difficult. Especially the taking responsibility of every single negative thing in your life. Because if you don't take responsibility of the conditions of your life, the conditions of your life have power over you. You don't want the conditions of your life to have power over you, therefore you must take full responsibility of everything that's in your life, the relationships, the conditions, who you are as a person, the things that you have, the way that you feel. It's all your fault, all of it. But this is a liberating idea, because if it's all your fault, then you're fully in control of all of it. And the trick is simple. You just have to identify with the new person that you want to be, and reality, your chosen reality, will be attracted to you. Fucking bars, mate. But there's a kicker. There's a really annoying kicker that we've got to talk about. Because if you don't do this one thing, none of this works, unfortunately. The way many people like to conceptualize the mind in the spirituality realm, in the psychology realm too, is as follows. Subconscious. And then some people think, well, in the spirituality teachings, there's universal mind too. So, currently right now, as you're watching my video, you are consciously thinking of the I manifestation technique, right? But until your subconscious mind, which is 90% if not more of your mind, if this part of your mind doesn't accept it, then it's not true. That's why so many people within the vibration community, the people that believe in law of attraction, the people that believe in, well, you kind of have to. If you don't, then you're a fucking retard, aren't you? Everything in this universe vibrates, everything is energy, and everything has a unique frequency, and you're in control of what frequency you emit into the universe, therefore you're in control of what you attract into your life. But that whole idea there insinuates that your subconscious mind has accepted it, because your subconscious mind is in control of most of the activity that goes on in your mind. Most. And I've got a whole video on how to embrace new ideas into your subconscious mind, tips and tricks. Repetition's a good one that I'll give you guys for free right now, just like that. So you repeat these ideas, you repeat these new ways of thinking to yourself, and it will eventually be ingrained into your subconscious mind. But if you really want to know how to ingrain these ideas into your subconscious mind within hours, days, maybe even minutes, I've got a video coming on that, how to impress your subconscious mind. It's my next one, so stay tuned, subscribe, the whole shebang. But yeah, you consciously think of the ideas that you're thinking about right now. So this is conscious thinking, we're talking about it here and now. Subconscious mind is impressed by repetition, by other things too that that I can make literally hours worth of content on. And there is a strong link between your subconscious mind and the universal mind. But there are many locks of you becoming one with the universal mind. And you gotta unlock these. You gotta unlock them. Boom, boom, boom. And you keep unlocking them. And guess what the key is? The key is belief. Knowing. And knowing is subconscious mind accepting the idea. So it's good and all knowing these types of information, but unless your subconscious mind accepts that shit as fact, you won't be fully in line with the universal mind, i.e. God. So let's conclude. Let's put all of this into one page so you can put it in your notes and you know exactly what to focus on, to be able to literally design your reality. But there's no such thing as designing your reality, it's just tapping into what's already out there. Because we can't create things if everything already exists. We simply tap into it. So, mind creates frequency. Desired reality has a frequency. Be the frequency that you want to see in your reality. So this means that you have to get clear on what you want. Be the person in the universe and then these let's do it in black. Black is the kicker. You have to take full responsibility of all conditions in your life. Everything in your life is there because you attracted it and allowed it. Get clear on that. Responsibility. I could make like a 3, 4, 5 hour video on this topic alone. Wonderful information, really empowering information, because it allows you to tap into whatever universe that you want to go into by just being a new self. And all you must do is take full responsibility and fully embrace these ideas into your subconscious mind. So subscribe, stay in tune to my Impressing Your Subconscious Mind video, which will be coming out soon, a few days from now. And yeah, man, is that everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about? That'll do for now. Any questions, drop them down below and I'll answer them for you. And yeah, man, see you on the next one.